The Cricket World Cup is nearly upon us, and today we're going to go through who I think is going to win it. We'll start off with India, who are the hosts, a team that are expected to do very, very well in this tournament. Always going to have expectations. They're playing at home in their conditions. They've still got some great players. We all know what Kohli can do. Great player in Sharma, who can lead the team to success. They've got some great all-rounders and a very good bowling lineup. I know a lot of Indian cricket fans who split opinion on the squad and on the chances of winning it, but you can't deny that there is still a team that on their day could beat anyone, and definitely going to be one of the favourites here. England, for me, the favourites in my eyes, the strongest team on paper, the defending champions looking to go back-to-back winning it. Ben Stokes out of retirement, the captain Josh Buttler, Joe Root's experience, Livingston's hard hitting, Moeen Ali's versatility, Rashid's bowling. It's a very strong lineup, and this team are going to be very hard to beat. I expect them to do very, very well in this tournament. Will they go all the way? Well, we'll see. When it comes to Afghanistan, qualified automatically, a team that have beaten some of the big boys over the last few years. They're getting better and better, but I'd be very shocked if they finished anywhere near the top four. They'll be down the bottom, but I do expect them to win 1 or 2 games. Pakistan, a team that, one of the dark horses. There's a few teams like this that have got a chance to surprise a few people. I don't mean that by disrespect, by saying surprise. They just sometimes come into tournaments out of form, and then they just, when it matters, perform. Fantastic bowling lineup, one of the best around. We know what bowlers they've got, Afridi and So-So. And when it comes to the captain, who's probably one of their best batsmen in Assam, he's reliable, he's clutch. And, the word clutch is something that comes with Pakistan when it comes to tournament play. South Africa never won a World Cup in any form of cricket. Are they past their glory days? Potentially. It's not the days of old with Callis and Smith and Stern. But they've still got some quality and experience in David Miller and de Kock. I just don't know if that's enough for them to finish in the top 4. They're going to be around there or thereabouts. They might finish there. They might be around there. They will win games. I just don't know if their team's strong enough to compete with some of the bigger teams. They'll fancy their chances. And if someone said South Africa could win it, I wouldn't dismiss it. I just think it would be very hard. Bangladesh, a team that gets better year by year, but are they at the best? Maybe not. I think they were better a few years ago, but they proved against England in the 2020s internationals earlier on in the year that they can beat anyone. The conditions would be good for them. They'll fancy themselves against a lot of the teams. Mid-table for me, but we'll see. Netherlands, unfortunately, Netherlands are going to be the whipping boys. Well done for qualifying, great achievement, but they are going to finish last. It's that simple, sorry lads. Sri Lanka, a team that past their glory days, probably the weakest looking Sri Lanka team maybe ever. They've still got some good players. They're not to the players that they used to have. They beat the teams they should do, they lose to the teams they should do. They'll be down the bottom, maybe like bottom 3 or 4. But if they beat someone, it wouldn't be the biggest shock. I just can't see it. New Zealand, a team that fancy to do something very similar in the terms of a dark horse, like maybe a Pakistan or South Africa. But the loss to New England will dampen their confidence. But with that being said, they came so close last year. They're looking to win the first World Cup. They've got bowlers like Bolt and Southey and one of the best batsmen in the world, Williamson. So they'll have every chance. Don't write them off yet. And then finally, Australia. Look, Pat Cummins, David Warner, Glenn Maxwell, Steve Smith. When you got them 4 names in your team, plus others, doesn't matter what form or what lack of consistency you have. I'm not saying they have, I'm just saying they will have every chance. Obviously, Australia prefer different conditions, but they will adapt. They have the quality to do well, and I'd be very shocked if they weren't there or thereabouts. So a great side. Who do I think will be the 4 semi-finalists? So I think 4th spot will be New Zealand. It'll be very competitive, but they will just get there in the end. 3rd will be Australia. 2nd will be the hosts and the current Asia champions, India. And England, for me, will finish top of the group. Now, if that is the order, England will face New Zealand and Australia will face India. Now, I think Australia and India is a very competitive game. Both teams have the ability to turn it on but with India being at home and the conditions suiting them, I fully expect them to get to the final. And I expect this game, if it is the game, one of the semi-finals, to be a very, very entertaining game. The other semi-final, England versus New Zealand. Now, it's a repeat of the final from 2019. England looking to continue on their path to retain the World Cup, where New Zealand looking to win the first World Cup. And if this is the semi-final, they'll be looking for some revenge. Can't see it. England back first, they win. I just can't see many teams getting near England, and this doesn't change on this occasion. So England win the other semi-final. And the final will be England versus India, which a lot of people are expecting, including myself. Two strongest teams currently in the world. What happens, who knows, but it's going to be a great game if it is the final. I expect it to be, and I expect one team to win. We retain the World Cup. England beat India in the World Cup Classic to upset the home fans and bring joy to myself and fellow English people as we win another World Cup. England won the World Cup.